Hello.
Hello.
Right, let's get our other guest on.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh.
Mm,
Oh, come on. We can do it this time. We can do it.
maybe.
Aha!
Uh,
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, well,
I can hear you. Yeah.
Hi, cool.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the AstoundCast, episode 29. So, speaking of that, let me just quickly do the title-y thing.
yeah, because I can't do that anymore.
For some strange reason.
You've had your title privileges taken away.
Yeah, like
Just for fun.
Like Stereo just appears in the last update has removed the option to let the non-host set the title and the hashtags.
You know what I wish they would do? Make a desktop
What?
app.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh boy. Well.
Do you want to say well one more time?
Yeah, sure. Well.
Good job.
So, how have your weeks been before we get started?
Sick.
How do you answer that?
Marcus, do you want to go first?
I guess so. What have I done this week? Oh, I came back to uni because I was at home before, so I came back to uni. Yeah, had to catch up on a lot of stuff. Had a rehearsal for one of the television production module.
Oh, damn.
No one,
Nice.
half the people turned up. I was made to be a presenter. Hence the picture that you saw, Cameron, of me taking a selfie with Daniel Craig.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that sounds glorious. No, you gotta send me that.
It's no, so because we didn't have anyone, we had to. It was it was just bits of wood with pictures of celebrities taped to them. So I had Daniel Craig as my guest because we didn't have the actual guest in for the rehearsal. And then I had Simon Cowell on for the second rehearsal. And I'm not even meant to be a presenter. I'm meant to be a sound technician on the production. But
okay,
with it.
Yeah, it was all right.
Pretty eventful then. How's your
Oh,
week
and I
been,
put my
Roxanne?
Christmas.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say I put my Christmas tree up in my flat, and it's
Woo!
pretty terrible. But...
Oh. So how's your week been, Roxanne?
Honestly, full speed ahead with like most of my work because I got one more
Yeah.
week in uni before I finally come home.
Yeah. I can fully imagine what that's like.
Well, you don't want to know.
Nah. Oh, now that my week's been pretty uneventful. Had my COVID jab on Monday. We all know how that's ended. I'm absolutely fine now.
Is that your
Because
booster?
that's when I had to record train noises.
Yeah, it was my booster, and it was so bad that Roxanne had to actually record a video for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
The recorded video, I just sat on and then recorded my roommate's dog for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fun, but yeah, I'm absolutely fine now. My arm isn't sore at all. Huh.
Was it worse than the first one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe
because
you just got even weaker.
Well, I had a different vaccine this time.
What do you mean?
It was the Oxford vaccine the first time. And the second. This one was Pfizer.
Hey, joining Pfizer gang.
Welcome.
Yeah, so 2 different types of vaccine as well.
Where did you go to get the Oxford Zeneca?
Oxford, my GP. This was before the under 40s rule was introduced, by the way.
Right.
So, my GP for the AstraZeneca and the uni for my booster.
Okay.
Anyway, now that we've got that little bit over and done with, oh god, let's move on to motorsports.
Oh, I can
Please
tell
no.
that he's been wanting to talk about this.
I've half been can't wait to talk about it, half dreading it.
I didn't even read messages from Cameron when, like, during the race, but I just knew exactly what he was saying.
Yeah.
I was playing card games when I was figuring this out.
Especially in the last lap.
You know what? I saw someone on Twitter that I thought summed it up well. Someone said that it's like when you're playing a game with, like, if you're playing football or just a game with your friends, and then someone just shouts, "Next goal wins."
Even though the
Like,
one team's 5-0 up, yeah.
yeah, someone's like 10-0 up or getting absolutely battered, and then someone's like, "Yeah, but next goal wins. It's fine."
Yeah. Right. Should we give some context as to what actually happened?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the biggest piece of context is we're discussing the Formula One race, the last race of the
championship, the championship race.
Yeah.
Okay. For most of the race, Lewis Hamilton, beast mode.
So I think the first thing we should discuss that little, like, the first controversial thing when Max tried to overtake Hamilton and then Hamilton went off, and that, like, what are your opinions on that?
Max just tried something and it didn't work.
Yeah. Do you think that, like, it was handled as it should have been, or?
Well, it's been handled the same as it has been in the past, so I guess.
Yeah, I understand. I don't think Max did anything wrong.
No.
And I understood why Red Bull was annoyed. However,
but he didn't exactly do anything right either.
No, I think Lewis staying in front. The thing that I have an issue with is that race control was like, any lasting advantage, which is like what you're not meant to have. All the advantage that that Lewis got from going off the track was given back. And if that happened, then fine. But I didn't see any advantage being given back.
No, Lewis Hamilton maintained the exact same gap as he did before that happened. So, yeah.
Yeah, but after that, it was pretty boring.
Until, well, people started retiring left, right, and centre.
It wasn't boring. Yes, I went to a friend's house to watch it, and I asked, I said, "How many DNFs do you think there'll be?" And people are like, "Oh, there's probably like none because it's a pretty safe track and everything." To be fair, it wasn't Latifi the only one that actually crashed. Like the others, it was just failures. Oh yeah, we'll discuss the Latifi, but the others were just like mechanical failures and stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but Latifi, I'm getting to you in a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not happy with him, but again,
you know what I really like? Even though I did want Lewis to win, I really liked the Perez and Lewis battle.
Yeah, that was fun.
I say battle. It wasn't really a battle, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay, so we had a few DNFs in this race. But we did have one DNS.
Oh, yeah.
A certain Mr. Mazepin this morning tested positive for the coronavirus.
The Russian man himself. What guy?
Yeah. Best bit is no one know how that happened. Like, they've been in like a paddock bubble, so God knows where that's come from. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it is possible. Like if a steward or something that he talks to, or just I don't know.
Yeah.
Or he could have got it before. How long have they been in Abu Dhabi? Because he could have gotten it before they even went. Actually, no, because they do
Wednesday.
regular testing. So
Yeah, every 2 days.
Yeah, so I don't know how he got it. I mean, he couldn't have snuck out because, like, someone would have found out.
Well, you hope.
I mean, it's like, was it like a couple of years ago or something when in Iceland when who was it? Was it Foden and Greenwood or someone like in the England international squad?
Yeah.
They did they no they invited some Icelandic girls back to their hotel room.
Yeah.
And then they were found out.
Yeah, right. Forgot about that.
Yeah, but Mazepin tweeted saying that he's fine, so we don't need to worry about him. It didn't really make much of a difference. It's either he finishes 20th or he's just not there. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he's either 20th or he doesn't finish. Yeah.
The only difference is that there's less cars to lap.
That is very true. Again, you're getting me onto this Nicholas Latifi thing a bit early, but I'm going to explain the other DNFs first.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, we had the biggest heartbreaking DNF of them all, and the first of them, by the way.
Yeah.
Kimi Räikkönen.
His brakes just didn't.
His brakes broke.
Oh,
yeah.
Geez.
I mean, it wasn't a bad, like, he didn't, like, crash full speed into a corner, but he just couldn't properly control his car.
No.
I think he did crash, but it was like very
just a bit of a knock on the front wing.
And he was able to drive back to the pits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fine. It was literally just like a little bump, and he just kind of carried on.
But of course, that has ended his F1 career.
Yeah.
No, when you say it like that, you're saying like he's ended because he bumped in. No, he was going to finish anyway.
Yeah, but that's how his F1 career has come to an end with that happening.
I feel like any other driver would have been like really gutted, and he probably might be, but I also feel like because it's Kimi, he's like, you know what, I wasn't in like a high position anyway. It's getting pretty boring. Let's just kick back and relax.
Or was it a case of, oh, thank God it's over?
Yeah. I was gutted for him, but at the same time, I don't think he probably cared much.
No.
Who were the other DNF? Oh, his teammate, his
Antonio.
car broke as well.
Yeah, and he didn't get back to the pits.
Did he not? Oh no, that was was there a virtual safety car or something?
Yeah, that was a virtual. But on the plus side for Kimi, he did get driver of the day, because that was like the internet's plan from the moment he announced his retirement. And it worked.
Mean, yeah, I saw on Instagram this morning, like, everyone vote Kimi, which when I saw it, I was like, but that's like kind of unfair if he has a terrible race and then someone else has a really good race. It's kind of unfair. But to be fair, I don't think anyone else like really did anything amazing.
No.
Maybe Tsunoda getting fourth is like up
P4.
there. Or maybe Perez for what he did with Hamilton, but I don't think anyone did anything like that amazing that Kimi's robbed them.
Yeah, but Antonio and Giovinazzi did end up DNFing as well due to engine issues, I believe.
You know who else DNF'd? Who I know you're his fan, but like George Russell has done nothing since getting that Mercedes seat.
I know. Yeah, I saw he DNF and I thought, no.
He signed the contract and just gave up. He's been vibing since then.
Yeah, he signed, then dipped.
You know what? I respect it. He got the bag and then he just left.
Yeah. He got what he wanted and then... yeah. And then moving on to... Wait, Lando Norris survived, didn't he?
Yeah, but I don't really know what... Because he went off in... Was it the first or second corner? And then I thought because he went off, he lost loads of positions. But he didn't even lose that many... I think he lost like maybe one position by going off or something.
Yeah.
And then he ended up losing even more. I don't know whether that was just because of
he couldn't get the
grip
pace back.
Yeah. And then he ended up like quite far down, and then it just
Yeah.
kind of got like worse because of the pit stops, and I think he finished in like 8th,
Yeah.
something like that.
And then, yeah.
But
and then, of course,
where did he come in the championship in the end?
McLaren?
No, Lando.
Or Lando? I'm not sure.
He came. Hold on,
Good
where
old
is
Google.
it?
Google.
He came 6th.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh.
That's actually pretty
not
good.
terrible.
No.
Yeah, he was 4.5 points behind Sainz.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
I mean, he was only 1 point above Charles Leclerc.
Yeah. I'll get onto him in a few minutes as well.
What did Charles do?
Oh, no, like something I talked about last week. I'll come back to that in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Then, of course, we had Sergio Perez retire because reasons.
I think they were just like, you know what, you've done your job, just take a breather.
I mean, what I heard was that he had a bit of debris fly into his, the overhead air duct.
Yeah.
I think that's what I heard, and it kind of ruined his engine.
I mean, I don't know what, but the only debris that I know of is when Latifi crashed, and that was after, I'm pretty sure. So I have no idea what debris went into his air duct. But if it did,
maybe a bit of Kimi's front wing.
Either way, it's dangerous.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Could have just been just like something from the side of the track.
Yeah, it might have been like a plastic bag or something.
Yeah, just something random like that. I mean, I saw, was it in qualifying or free practice? I think it was Mazepin crashed into a bollard, and then
that was
Lando
Mick.
Norris hit it.
Yeah, Mick Schumacher knocked a bollard off.
A bollard, and then Lando crashed into it when he came around.
And knocked it across the track, yeah.
I don't even know. Why would you have a traffic bollard on a racetrack? It's not doing anything.
No, except going to cause crashes.
Order there,
I have 2 traffic bollards in my kitchen. They're not, like, trust me, they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
No. They're giving you moral support as you cook, telling you to slow down, take life easier.
But it's a racetrack.
But they're at least there. They have to do something to like give them moral support. It's like, just because you're going fast doesn't mean that you're above the safety laws of driving.
That's what the entire FIA and if you want safety, then that's what the FIA is for. If you want moral support, then that's what thousands of fans are there for.
Yeah.
But look,
not gonna lie. If I see a barrier, okay? I'm aiming for it.
Yeah, just DNF yourself.
Hold on. I'm gonna. I'll be back in a second, Cameron. I'm gonna send you something.
Okay. Oh, I can't wait for this. Oh, this will be good. Oh, I think he's left the room.
He's taking a picture of the bar, isn't he?
I would probably put money on that.
How much money are you willing to bet?
Absolutely nothing, just in case I'm wrong.
All right, Cameron, I just sent you a picture.
Yes, you were right.
Told you.
Oh, yeah, I just seen the bollards.
Yeah, the first one I acquired on my first day of uni.
Wait, the black one or the red one?
I think that was the red. No, it was the black one, and then the red one. I was literally just walking home from Tesco, and I saw it on the side of the road.
Fair enough.
You were lonely, and you needed to give yours a companion.
Yeah, the black one. It was my first night at uni. I was on a night out with some. What details can I give away about this night? I was out. And then on the way home from a place, I saw a traffic bollard and I picked it up. And then I don't really remember. I don't actually remember getting home that night.
Well, at least you did.
Anyway, yeah, back to the racing.
Oh, yeah, right, racing, Formula One, that's what we were talking about. Yeah. Right, so we talked about Sergio Perez.
I think the
Now,
next thing is the incident.
mm-hmm. Right, Mr. Latifi.
You know
Oh,
what?
no.
His crash was so sad as well.
Oh, yeah. Right. Let me set the scene. It's like lap 53.
Yeah, something like
I don't believe this. No, not Nikita Mazepin. He wasn't even there. Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi, for God knows what reason, were jockeying for position all the way at the back, because even though that would have done absolutely nothing for either team in the championship.
Yeah, they were, what, 18th and 19th?
Yeah, aka second to last and last.
Yeah, actually, they wouldn't have been because people DNF. But the point is, they were both last.
Yeah, last and second to last. So they were jockeying for second to last, which is
and they were having
brilliant.
a decent scrap, to be fair.
Yeah, until one crashed into the other, sent Nicholas Latifi into the barrier, caused a safety car.
I don't think that it was really Mick's fault. Like,
no.
Like,
no.
the way Latifi crashed was, I don't know. Like, obviously he wouldn't have crashed if he wasn't fighting with Mick, but it wasn't really Mick's fault. He didn't push him in, I don't think.
No, but, and then it caused a safety car.
And at that point, everyone was like, well, like Lewis Hamilton was in a comfortable lead. The only question was if his tires would last, but like they were looking fine as well. Lewis Hamilton was in the lead. It was looking comfortable. Max Verstappen was like behind, but it was pretty safe.
A few cars behind, but
and then they brought out a safety car, which bunts the pack together, which isn't terrible because we had 5 laps to go.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
we had 5 laps to go, and it was going to take a while to remove all the stuff. So we were like, okay, well, it's probably going to end on a safety car then. And like we were very carefully listening to all the radios between the race control and the teams and everything to see what was happening. And the people I was watching with, it was like, oh, it's just going to end on a safety car then, because if they were going to start the race, they started it by now. And then Michael Massey just was like, you know what? How about we just race?
But there was something else that he did as well.
Oh yeah, but it felt like the decision, like the way he started it, was like he took 5 seconds and was like, you know what, I'm just going to start a race.
Yeah, with a lap to go.
With a lap to go, and was it Christian Horner under the safety car said, Michael, why are the lap cars not being let past? And Massey's response was,
because give me a minute. No, it was because give me a moment.
Yeah, he didn't even know himself. He's just there. He doesn't know what's happening. Poor Michael. I say poor Michael. It's not poor Michael.
Michael Massey did destroyed a rule with that. Because
which rule?
Well,
which one?
Right, because
give me a number.
You know when he I don't know which number exactly, but when he let those cars pass, he messed something up.
He messed
if you're going to let lapped cars unlap themselves under the safety car, you either have to let all of them or none of them, not just the 5 in front of Max Verstappen.
Yeah, conveniently, it was only the
5 in front of Max
in Max's way. But apparently, I've also heard that the cars, the other cars, I think it was all the cars that were lapped, were actually told to go ahead much earlier than they actually did. So I don't know what happened there. If it was just a communication, the teams just didn't tell their drivers, or if the drivers were like, "Nah, I'm just not gonna go." But apparently, I heard somewhere that they were actually told to go ahead of the safety car much sooner. I found I was so so after the safety car like went in, and then obviously
Yeah.
it was just Max and Lewis, and
Yeah.
Lewis like taking his damn time after the safety car, like he was
Mm.
not moving.
But yeah, so Michael Massey did break a big rule there. Like, if you're gonna let one past and unlap themselves,
Mercedes have actually like launched a formal protest.
yeah, and they've even got a barrister over there with them.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
correct. Still not at the moment.
An actual barrister.
I rate it. I mean, I don't think anything's going to happen because if they did do anything, so like the only way that they couldn't actually no matter what they do, if they actually do anything, then everyone's just going to hate them even more. People already hate them because of their rubbish decision making. But if they actually do anything, even if they have a re-race, like just have a race in January or something, everyone's still going to hate them.
Oh yeah,
So
I just looked at the news. One of the Mercedes protests was rejected.
Which one?
There was that.
Okay.
The one about overtaking before the restart.
Oh,
overtaking before the
right.
Is that wait?
Right.
Oh, is that when like Max was
Verstappen
waiting
got in
for
front of Lewis
I mean,
in the safety car?
no, it was after the safety car, wasn't it?
No, it was about 10 seconds before the end.
Oh, I thought it was just as the safety car was ending and
No,
Lewis was like
no.
going really slowly.
No,
I mean, he didn't overtake though. Like,
but he was in front.
I mean, technically, but is that worth like an actual formal?
That is what
complaint?
that is what the rules say. Like, they
But
have
he
to
was
be.
never a full car length in front.
Oh, I know, but the rule states that the exact same positions must be maintained.
I've just a side note. Someone's posted on Twitter a picture of it's basically football, and then it's Latifi Verstappen. It's like great assist from Latifi. It was a great assist,
Okay, so that particular one's been rejected. So they've now got to rely on the other remaining protests and hope and pray that works.
Yeah, I mean, I understand them protesting. I don't think anything will happen, but I understand. Did you see George Russell's tweet?
Oh, yeah, he was livid.
Oh,
what did he
say? He said, "This is unacceptable," and then he said, "Max is an absolutely fantastic driver who has had an incredible season, and I have nothing but huge respect for him. But what just happened is absolutely unacceptable. I cannot believe what we've just seen." Which he is going to be Lewis's teammate next year, so, and he's a Mercedes driver, so like, yeah.
But he's got a point.
He didn't have to go. He didn't have to go that hard, but yeah, he does definitely have a point.
But something else that I heard as well, I can't remember which commentator, but one of the Sky F1 commentators was talking to Lewis, and then, like, hopefully you can get the championship next year. And then Lewis said, "We'll see about next year." That had me worried. Like,
why?
Worried. Like, well, let's face it. Lewis is, for a driver, he is getting old. He's 36.
Yeah.
And he has said that he wants to be out of F1 by the time he turns 40.
Okay.
And, like, if the FIA is kind of, is making up rules on the fly, because let's face it, that whole letting 5 cars get unlapped is very much breaking a pre-existing rule. That might not encourage Lewis to stay in the sport.
I mean, yeah, but he's such an influential figure in the sport that he can speak out about that kind of thing.
But speaking out,
people already hate the FIA because of what they're doing. So,
well, yeah. like that's another thing as well. Mercedes, what's to stop them from pulling out for the same reason? Like, okay, you're just making up rules on the fly.
Yeah, I mean
Like-
they what is it? Is another motorsport series?
Formula
I
E.
think it was.
Yeah, end of
No,
next season they're
no.
pulling out of FE.
Oh, they've only just gone in like
Yeah.
last season, but
Yeah, no,
they ditched another racing series in America. It wasn't Indy. What was it? It was
no.
It was some racing series. I can't remember what it was,
Okay.
and they pulled out and then focused on Formula E, and then they're pulling out Formula E because
Focus on Formula One.
Formula E is great. Like it's all about innovation and like the racing of the future. Even if Formula E isn't the future, like it's kind of helping for future racing. But yeah, there's a lot of issues with Formula E right now,
and very clearly a lot with Formula One. It's like, again, there is nothing to stop Mercedes doing what Honda are doing and pulling out.
Yeah.
I mean, last-minute pullouts have happened before. In fact, the last time it happened was back in 2008 with Honda.
Oh, damn.
They pulled out about a month before the 2009 season, which left Ross Brawn to buy the team for a literal £1 and create Brawn GP and get a WDC and Constructors' Championship first time.
Oh, damn.
Yep. But, yeah, so that's something else that could happen. Mercedes could pull out.
I can't find any information. I want to read the details of Mercedes' complaints. Mercedes F1 protest. What do they actually want?
Basically, they want the championship to be overturned. Is the end goal, really?
Here we go. Blah blah. Within 30 minutes of the race ending, Mercedes launched two protests. One was against the classification established at the end of the competition, alleged breach of Article 48.12.
Which is the safety car thing.
Yeah. The rule reads, if the clerk of the course considers it safe to do so, and the message lapped cars may now overtake has been sent to all competitors via the official messaging system, any cars that have been lapped by the leader will be required to pass the cars on the lead lap and the safety car. So basically, everyone has to go past the safety car if they've been lapped.
Exactly.
This will only apply to cars that were lapped at the time they crossed the line at the end of the lap, during which they crossed the first safety car line for the second time after the safety car was basically, if you're lapped, just don't do it. Having overtaken the cars on the lead lap and the safety car, these cars would then proceed around the track at an appropriate speed without overtaking and make every effort to take up position at the back of the line of cars behind the safety car. Basically, any lapped cars should go past the safety car and then go around the track and join round back.
Not just five.
Yeah, and then okay. So, an official spokesperson said, as has no doubt been reported, we lodged a formal protest within the required 30-minute time window after the end of the race. We will not make any further comment on the detail. Okay, so that's not. And then Christian Horner said, we are disappointed there has been protest, but we trust in the FIA. Well, you haven't trusted in the FIA until it goes your way, have you, Christian?
That's something else as well. A couple of weeks ago, wasn't he called into the FIA office for, publicly slamming the FIA on live TV?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get it. However, you can't say, "Oh, we trust in the FIA" when you've been slagging them off and
all season long.
When you actually need them, "Oh yeah, we trust them," they'll make the right decision, and then you just slag them off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Oh yeah, completely.
I thought that the race was going to finish in some sort of rubbish and controversial way that everyone would be in uproar about. But I didn't realize how bad it was going to be.
Neither did I.
Nobody was expecting it, to be fair.
No, like, so yeah, not good. Yeah, there's so much stuff that can happen. Like Mercedes, yeah, if they want to, they could pull out. There is nothing to stop them.
No, I'm just looking if there's any surprises in the order. What was Valtteri Bottas doing the entire race?
Doing Valtteri Bottas things.
He was just there. Just
Unable
vibing.
to pass Lando Norris for a very long time.
The order was obviously Max Verstappen first, Lewis Hamilton second, Carlos Sainz third, Yuki
Yeah.
Tsunoda fourth, well done him. Gasly fifth, well done him, because I'm pretty sure Gasly started quite far back as well.
He did.
Bottas sixth, because he was just there. Lando Norris seventh, which I mean, yeah, it sucks for him
Not
because he
bad.
started so well, but it's not
It's
terrible.
not bad.
Alonso 8th, Ocon 9th. I'm really liking Ocon, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, he's one of my favorite kind of underdog drivers.
Yeah, he is
Charles
good.
Leclerc, and then Vettel, Ricardo, Lance Stroll. Again, I feel like Lance Stroll, I feel like the Aston Martin should just be doing better.
I mean, 100th Grand Prix for him.
For who?
Lance, this was his 100th.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
How long has he been in F1?
Well, put it this way, Felipe Massa was his first teammate.
I thought Lance Stroll was young. I mean, he still is young.
Oh, he is. But, like, yeah,
thought...
no. He started in 2017 with Williams.
Oh, he's 23. Okay.
Yeah, he started.
I thought he was like,
yeah.
Like 21.
No. But yeah, like, he started in 2017 with Williams with Felipe flipping Massa.
Lance Stroll is not his name.
What?
I just Googled him. His name is Lance Strulovich.
Wow, okay.
Better known as Lance Stroll. He was born as Lance Strulovich.
Oh, damn.
And apparently, it says entries so like for F1 101, but he's only done 100 starts.
Might have DNF'd or DNS'd one.
Yeah, he must have. DNS'd one. I don't know.
Did he get coronavirus?
I don't think so, but he could have. You know, I'm not sure.
It's possible, but yeah.
Sergio Perez. Apparently, Sergio Perez is shown as finishing 15th, even though he didn't finish. So I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, I think they just forgot to actually do the whole DNF situation.
Yeah, they couldn't be bothered with the paperwork.
No. But, like...
What do you think? Do you think anything will actually happen with the protest?
On the one hand, no. But on the other hand, it really needs to. Because if it doesn't, that just proves the FAA can just make stuff up as they go along.
I think the most that they're going... The most that they can do is just have a re-race. They can't just give Lewis the championship. Like, if they were actually going to do something, they would have to just redo the race. Or if they just kind of threw out the most of it, but then said we'll look into the rules and we'll have a restructure of how we actually do it. Then at least yes, it sucks for the Lewis and the championship and everything, but that's kind of done with right now. But at least it shows an effort to actually make things better, make sure that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, but if they do nothing, that just kind of says, well, we can make it up as we go along, even though there's 100 pages of rules.
Yeah, but if they say that they're going to look into it and have a restructure or just I don't know clarify the rules or just do something to improve how decisions are made. Even if they don't do anything with the championship, then fine. It's already done with. But I think that they need to have a look at themselves and say we're going to do better next year.
Yeah, because
they're probably not going to there.
Yeah, like if they do nothing, that will take away a lot of trust from the teams and the public.
Mhm.
Yeah, the issue is, they don't have competition.
No.
So, like when we do you remember in history, Cameron, when we learned about like capitalism and communism?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, a big issue with communism is that there's literally no competition, so there's no
Yeah.
need to be better. Yeah, well, like, who's competing with the FIA?
Nobody. But I have just had some news from my mum. Right. Craig Slater
We stand Cameron's mum.
from Sky Sports News. There should be a significant decision at 6:45 UK time, so in about 6 minutes.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Live reporting. This is what journalism is all about, folks.
Yeah, but the FIA, I'm sorry, but Michael Massey, he's not that good.
I feel like, what does he actually do, Michael Massey? Because most of the time it feels like he just has people advising him, and not very well. Because, like, when Christian Horner asked about the cars being lapped, or like the lap cars going ahead, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll get back to you." He had no idea what was happening. So, is it him? Is it him, or is it his advisors not advising him well?
Okay, from my understanding, he has no advisors. Just saying, it's just him, which is not good, by the way.
I thought it was like the stewards.
How I understand it is the stewards make the decision and he approves it or disapproves it.
Right.
So before any decision is actually taken and any actions taken, he needs to approve or disapprove. Like, that's his job. Is he acts as like a buffer for the stewards, so they can't just do something.
Yeah. So whoever the stewards that are making these decisions are dumb, and then there's no one smarter than them to actually tell them that they're dumb.
Yeah, basically. But Charlie Whiting, who was the old F1 race director before his sadly untimely death back in the very beginning of 2019, I'm sorry, but after this race, he would be spinning in his grave. Because he would have handled this like a pro.
That would be a cool party trick. I've just seen someone on Twitter that I think is a good point. Props to Lewis for being so professional afterwards.
Yeah.
Because, like, when just after the race, or like before the race had even finished, but like when we knew that Max was going to win, and I was like, if I'm Lewis in this situation, I'm not talking to anyone. I'm not going on the podium. I'm
going home. I am going to sleep.
Yeah. And also, after the race, Christian Horner went up to shake the hands of Mercedes mechanics. If I'm a Mercedes mechanic, I am knocking him out.
Yeah, I'm moving my hand a bit further up, putting it in the fist.
This is why neither of you are going to be Mercedes mechanics.
Yeah,
it very much is.
Exactly, Roxanne. This is exactly why neither of us are in F1. Because we'd have caused so many black eyes.
Yeah, WWE is where we're at. But yeah, I wouldn't have been...
Huh?
Cam being in WWE, that'd be quite funny.
Brings a whole new meaning to not the chair.
Oh, dude!
Your signature move can just be running people over.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way that Lewis, because in the last race, when Verstappen, in all fairness, did get a little bit like it wasn't great for him, and he wasn't happy, which is fair. But he literally just walked off the podium, and he was just miserable.
Didn't even congratulate Lewis and Valtteri.
No, which is kind of fair. But then Lewis,
but on the other hand, yeah, but
go on.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say Lewis, on the other hand, actually went, like, he talked to people. He went on the podium. He, like, sprayed the champagne. I thought he was going to just whack Max over the head with a bottle, but no.
Yeah, I'd have paid to see that.
I think I don't know if he gave them a handshake or like what,
Yeah.
but like he was just very respectful, and he wasn't basically he wasn't a sore loser.
No, like in my response to Max Verstappen last week was, "Suck it up, Buttercup."
Yeah, and to be fair, like I didn't necessarily blame him for not being happy.
No.
Like I wouldn't have blamed Lewis if he just walked off the podium. But
No.
like respect for him actually, like being respectful as well.
Yeah. But just before this decision is made, because I've only got a minute, Charles Leclerc. Last week, I said he was very underrated. Now I have proof. Because I actually sent this, I think I sent this to you a couple of days ago on Snapchat. But little statistic alert, Charles Leclerc this season has crashed more times than Nikita Mazepin.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He
and has been outscored by his brand new teammates in the points in the first championship with them together.
You know what? I want to look up Charles Leclerc race results, and I want a graph, and I bet you it's the most up and down graph ever. Because I feel like if he does well, he does very well.
But yeah,
or if he does badly, he does terrible.
It's horrendous.
Like he's just very inconsistent.
Like on a good day, he's pulling laps from the gods. On a bad day, he is spinning like a ballerina.
Was it? I think it was Silverstone after Max had the little accident.
Yeah, he was leading.
Another issue. Max had a little accident, and then he was fighting Lewis up front, and he was doing very, very well.
Oh yeah, he was amazing that day. Like props to him. That was a blinder. But then compare it to Qatar last week. Yeah, like that's his biggest issue, consistency.
You know what? I'm looking. I don't even know if I can make that argument for him because I'm looking at his finishes this season, and he has one podium where he came second, which was Silverstone.
Mm-hmm.
He's come fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's come fourth 5 times.
Okay.
Which is okay, like decent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like he needs to be doing better.
If he wants to keep that Ferrari seat, absolutely.
Yeah, although I mean Monaco 20th because was that a DNS?
Yeah, the crashing into a wall and his gearbox crying.
Yeah. If you look at his race results, it's literally 3 races fine, 20th, 2 races 16th, 2 races 18th, 3 races. Every few races, he's like, nah.
Yeah. Right, I'm just gonna have to abandon you two for like 1 moment. I will be right back. Have fun.
Okay, I'm just constant. Just like my dad. I'm just constantly refreshing Twitter.
Yeah, Cam's just like our dad. He went for the milk but never came back.
Oh, I know. I went. I just got my own milk last night. I went to Tesco like 5 minutes before it closed.
Oh, damn.
Well, They said that there would be a decision by 2 minutes ago, and I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah. Okay, so just to sidetrack the topic a bit, what happened to the Orbeez? Because you said that they were in storage.
Right. So they were in storage in my building. I had to call up my building, or I had my mum do it because I'm a child. And then
cool.
I said get rid of them, do whatever, and they said, oh, we can store them for you. So they were stored in my building, and then because I'm living in the same building this year, they said, oh, we'll just take them up ready for you. They'll be in your flat. So right, fine. So they were outside of my door when I walked into my flat at the start of the year. However, I was chatting to the people that work in my building, and one of them said, "Oh yeah, we opened the box just to like have a look inside. It smells."
Oh.
I was like, what kind of smell? It was like, it smells real bad. I wouldn't open it if I were you. I was like, well, how can I just not open it? Like, it's just a giant box full of Orbeez. What am I supposed to do? I think it's because they're basically water, so I feel like it's going to be like a stale water kind of smell.
Yeah,
But
probably.
I literally haven't opened it since coming back because I'm terrified. It's currently keeping the door to my kitchen open, like it's just a doorstop. And one day I'll open it.
Just make like little water balloons out of them, so then if the people are annoying you, you can just chuck them out your window.
Well, we had the water balloon fight last year, and we made another water balloon. We made up a game, so me and my flatmate Sam, we made a water balloon, put it on the floor of our kitchen, and then basically went to the opposite side of the room, which is like not far, but it's far enough. And then there's also like a table in front of us, so we have obstacles. And then we were throwing darts at the balloon, seeing if we could pop it. That was fun.
That seems fun.
And then water went everywhere, and then we couldn't dry it up, so then we just left it to dry on its own. And then I got a message from my flatmate Harry saying, "Why is the kitchen wet?" I was like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, I think it's just student stuff, you know.
Our flat works well because we're all terrible. Like, we can't blame each other for being terrible flatmates because we're all pretty bad. Like I make messes and have random items like traffic cones and stuff in the flat. Sam is never here, so he's irrelevant. Harry always leaves washing up around, and Bertie is never here either. It's basically just me and Harry, and we're both terrible.
Huh.
Yeah, Harry actually left a couple of days ago. He's now gone to Georgia in Eastern Europe, and I have no idea why.
Wow.
Yeah, he told me he was leaving early because our term finishes this Friday. Yeah, this Friday.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay, that's fine. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to Georgia. I was like, the state or the country? He was like, oh, the state. I'm going with my friend. I was like, okay, cool.
No.
The date, what are the words I'm looking for? The information for the protest hasn't been tweeted.
Yeah, yeah, I have actually got an update. Are you ready for this?
When?
Groundbreaking update coming your way.
When?
BBC Sports, and we being told we could be waiting 15 to 20 minutes for a decision, but it could be sooner. So, would you guys like to stay on the air a few minutes longer?
Sure.
Roxanne? Cool.
I'm just the Independent 6 minutes ago. All right, what are we saying? Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, they don't have any idea what's happening. I can give you another fun uni story. It's not actually mine, but I can give you another fun uni story if you want in the meantime.
Oh, please do.
Funny stories are always good.
It's not actually my story, but I think it's pretty. So my flatmate Harry that I previously mentioned, I was home for, was it 2 or 3 weeks previously. I came back the last Tuesday, but I was home for about 2 weeks before then. And while I was gone, Harry got very, very lonely, and he went to a football match. His dad and brother drove up to Leicester and went to a football match to watch Leicester versus Watford. And he was kicked out. He was kicked out of the football match. For allegedly being the main word that, the police say that it was because he spit on a policeman.
Oh no!
So Harry's not a spitter. He's a nice guy. So basically, before a football match, like you go to like the nearest pub, like there's a bar next to the stadium or wherever, and like you hang out with other fans that are getting ready to go to the match. You get a bit drunk before the match, and then you walk to the stadium. So in what the pub that my friend Harry was in, he made some friends, and then at halftime, him and his dad were getting food or drink or whatever. And when they were on their way back to their seats, Harry noticed this friend that he made in the bar getting dragged out by policemen. And Harry walked past them and was like, "What's happening here then?" And then I don't know. They were like, "Oh, he's getting kicked out," and he was like, "Okay." And then this is Harry's account, so not fact checked. But he's a trustworthy source, and he says that the police just started beating him. Even though this guy was like hardly resisting arrest, the police just started like being really rough with him, and Harry was like, "Oh, leave him alone, like just kick him out." Like it's not that difficult to kick someone out, just drag them out, and and it was only one guy. Even though there were like a bunch of people that did it, I think they were only kicking this one guy out, and then Harry was like, "Oh, leave him alone." And then because Harry was shouting at the police to leave him alone, the police then decided that Harry must have been involved. So the policeman was like, "Stay here, we'll check CCTV and see if you're involved." And then without going anywhere, just standing in front of Harry, the policeman then came back to him and said, "Yeah, we checked CCTV, you were involved." And Harry was like, "But you've literally been standing right in front of me the entire time. How have you checked CCTV?" But yeah, so they kicked him out. And I think did they say like they took his ID or something like that? But they kicked him out. But because he was with his dad and his brother, but they were still inside the stadium, he had to wait outside the stadium for them for the second half. So he was just outside the stadium arguing with policemen the entire time, which sounds about right. He's a very strong, opinionated person. And then when his dad came out, his dad proceeded to complain to the policeman as well. And then, I don't know what happened to the other people that actually spit on the policeman, but that's how my friend Harry got kicked out of a football match. And I think he's still missing his ID.
Wow.
Yeah, all the fun things happen when I'm not here.
Yeah.
I wish if I was in Leicester, I would have just walked to the stadium and just like fought the police with them.
Bad idea, but okay.
Not physically fought, but like
good.
Verbally
if it's a public
protesting.
place, you're technically allowed to record.
That is true.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like the bit that needed to be recorded was probably the person being taken out very roughly by the police, not just
probably.
my mate arguing.
I will give you this tiddly bit for you in the future, if you, or for your friend or whatever. If you record the police and it's in a public place, they legally cannot take your phone to delete it or tell you to delete the footage because you're in a public place, and the thing that you're doing isn't technically obstructing. They can tell you to they can try and order you to give you evidence, give up the footage if it's evidence for a crime, but if it's anything else, they can't tell you. They can't actually get you to delete it because that's illegal.
I feel like the issue with that is that if police are doing something so wrong that you have to record it for evidence, then they also will not have any problem with just taking your phone off you. Like even if you say no.
Well, if they've had to apprehend and take that off you, you've got like a full case to sue.
Yeah, but then you need evidence which you won't have because they stole your phone.
No, but if they've had to, but they have like cameras on them as well. They have like constant cameras recording from their side too.
Oh yeah, and then like if they turn those off, they're basically just asking to be like guilty. Because I know there's been like cases where there's been complaints against police officers, and then the police officer was like, "Oh, we turned the body camera off."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like, "Well, you're guilty."
Yeah.
Again, this is
Not
what
that difficult.
journalism is teaching me: how not to get sued.
Yeah.
Do you do journalism?
Yeah, I take journalism.
That's what Harry takes.
Oh, cool.
That's where he learns how to spit on policemen. He didn't spit on a policeman. I might be taking journalism. If next year I'm planning on studying abroad, I don't know where yet. But I think I'm going to take a journalism course.
Oh yeah, no, honestly, I would highly recommend it. It's a very interesting topic to get into.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that no one doing journalism in my university in Harry's class actually wants to be a journalist. They all want to go into like PR and just random things like that.
Oh, okay. I want to become an editor instead of a journalist. So
yeah, no one doing a journalism degree actually wants to be a journalist, apparently.
No. Here's the thing, and it all depends. If you're taking like a general journalism degree, not many people want to become like a journalist. If you're taking like a specialist degree, for example, in Brighton over here, there is journalism and then there's sports journalism. All of them want to be like sports journalists.
No, I was because I currently do media production, and I was going to do broadcast journalism.
Yeah, that
basically just so it's something different from my current course, because I thought if I do the exact same thing, then it's kind of pointless going abroad anyway. So I'm gonna do broadcast journalism somewhere, probably either in Canada, Spain, or Czech Republic.
Yeah, I'll at least warn you, if you're gonna have to do like the theory behind it, it can get a bit iffy. So like there's stuff you can do, can't do, and all these different codes and such. So it's just being careful of that.
I already have to learn codes anyway, because I have to learn the Ofcom regulations for media. So
yeah,
memorizing codes is fine.
Yeah, you got IPSO as well when it comes to journalism.
Yay.
I can show you the website at some point.
I wonder if I did journalism in another country, would they teach me like the rules of journalism in that country? Because
yes,
I feel like it's kind of a pointless exercise learning the rules for journalism in the Czech Republic.
Actually, to be fair, they'll definitely cover the stuff in that country, but they will try and diversify. For example, again, we learn about the journalism that's here, and the thing is, you get like foreign students that come over, and they will learn how to write news, mainly for the UK. But there will always be like differences in laws depending on countries, of course.
I guess
but
more or less
cover like bits and pieces for it.
Cameron, do we have an update on the protest?
Kind of. It's now been reported that Mercedes and Red Bull will find out the decision at the same time.
Right.
So that means that Adrian Newey, Christian Horner, and whoever the Mercedes representatives are will both be dragged back into the FIA office to be told jointly.
And they're going to have a scrap.
It'll be at some point.
Does it say like within the next few minutes or with?
No, not yet. But I do want to stay on as long as you guys are able to. Oh, okay. Mercedes have left the meeting with the stewards.
Okay, so I assume they know.
Yeah. Also, just want to quickly bring on this little light side of F1 that I've just remembered about.
Both Mercedes protests have been dismissed, meaning that Max Verstappen has officially won his first F1 title.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just from some F1 Twitter account thing, so you know, it might be wrong, but
it's very unlikely.
I mean, I I didn't think that they would do anything, but like, are they not at least going to release a statement?
Well, let's find out.
They'll probably do that later.
On Twitter, Massey is trending.
Oh boy.
Massey is 5th trending in the UK right now.
Eesh.
Yeah, no other F1 term is trending apart from Massey.
Wow.
Love
He's
that.
even overshadowed Verstappen.
Yeah, no one
Wow.
cares about Verstappen. Everyone's just talking about Massey.
Yeah. Yeah, just quickly hop into a bit of lighter F1 news. A couple of days ago, my parents found something in their bedroom, and it is the 1983 Brabham, a little model of it, being driven, it would appear, in a post-season test in 1983 by Ayrton Senna.
Wow.
Lovely.
Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it later on because it is actually a really cool thing. Because you can obviously tell it's Ayrton Senna because there's yellow and green helmets, and blue. But yeah, I just thought I'd bring that up because that's just a pretty cool thing, really.
I've just seen a comment saying, I think the only fair thing here I would agree with is to disqualify both Lewis and Max entirely and give the championship to Bottas. I think that's
now,
fair.
that'll be a twist.
Yeah, go for it.
Just, you know what? If you're both going to be babies, neither of you can have it.
Yeah. But yeah, like now that I know that both protests have been thrown out, that's not gonna do the FIA any favors.
Yeah, and Matt Gallagher, you know, the F1
WTF1, love him.
Yeah. He said, I guarantee you this is going to court, which sounds about right.
It could very well do. And not even the FIA Court of Appeal, like the actual courts.
Oh yeah, and I feel like rather than taking action against the race result or against Red Bull or anything like that, I think they're just going to take action against the FIA for being shit.
Yeah, because again, like, what's to stop Mercedes from pulling out of F1?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
like undoubtedly their most popular team just pulling out. What would that? Like, imagine all the work that Netflix has done with Drive to Survive, bringing all these new fans in, just to have this ruin it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they will, though, because they don't have any other major racing series to compete in, do they?
No, but again, if rules are being made up on the fly and that's been gotten away with, well.
But they're still a successful team, and they're still getting loads of sponsorships for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So I think the only way that Mercedes would actually pull out is if it either started having a negative impact on like the reputation of the brand, or if it started losing them money.
Yeah.
I don't think they would just leave because it didn't always go their way. I mean, the things definitely need to change.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's not like, you know, Mercedes are incapable to compete.
But in this particular circumstance, with the FAA not doing anything about them changing their own rules, that doesn't really give us much of a good indicator that things could change.
Yeah, they'll probably release some sort of statement like, "Yeah, we messed up. Sorry about that." And then if they don't, then I feel like even Max, because yes, this decision went his way, but Max has criticized the FIA before.
It also
might
not have gone his way. If it had been the other way around,
too.
Exactly.
Well, there was the earlier decision in the race when he tried to overtake Lewis. That decision was made against him, and there's been loads of other decisions made against him. So the world champion, was it 3 former world champions, Hamilton, Vettel, and Alonso.
Yeah.
Or am I missing someone? Yeah, so 3 former world champions
And
all
Raikkonen.
criticizing. Raikkonen's not there anymore. I mean, I guess he won't say anything. Like,
No.
he's just happy to leave. He might make a comment, I suppose, but he probably won't. Someone asked him about, was it the track or something? The last race, and he said, honestly, I don't care because I'm not here next year. So, but yeah, like all the drivers criticizing them, they have to do something.
Or again, people could start leaving.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even like, because the FIA supervise lots of different racing series, don't they?
They do.
It's the obviously Formula 1 to Formula 5, is it?
Yeah, basically anyone's with the word Formula in, and IndyCar.
Are they IndyCar as well?
Yeah, IndyCar is FIA. It's the only American FIA motorsport.
They do. I think they're touring car as well.
Some series, yeah. Like there's many series in encompassing touring cars.
There's Formula E. There's Formula 1, 2, 3, 4. There's what's the one that races at Le Mans?
WAC in World Endurance Championships.
Yeah. The W series. So like, are these issues in those series as well? Because I've watched Formula E. I mean, I don't religiously watch it, but I've watched it, and I don't remember that many like outrageous things. So maybe they just need to look at other series, see what's going wrong with F1.
Yeah.
If it is just the race director, if he's just rubbish and he's replacing, if it's like the rules, like they need to be clear or whatever. But they need to have like an investigation.
Oh yeah. It's just
because
this whole ruling is putting doubt in me that's going to happen. Like,
yeah,
if not done anything about it now, what's saying they're going to do something about it in the future? Like,
yeah, I mean, they've been criticized pretty much all season, and they haven't really said anything.
Yeah, no, they haven't changed anything about it.
Honestly, I'm just looking forward to the Formula E season.
Yeah. If things keep going the way they are, I might switch over to Formula E.
Is this the next race? 43 days? Okay.
Oh, wow.
No,
sooner than F1.
Formula E, I used to watch it. Oh, yeah, because if they did it at the same time as F1, then that would be kind of stupid.
Yeah, because Toto Wolff's team principal of Mercedes, F1, and Formula E.
Yeah, the Diriyah E Prix starts in 43 days.
Okay.
January 28th, if you want to. Formula E, I used to watch a lot more often, and it was actually quite entertaining.
Yeah.
The last season or last couple of seasons, I haven't really watched, and mainly, I think they increased the limit on how many drivers there can be, and then a bunch of drivers I'm like never heard of, and then it just like I don't know, it just seems a bit more chaotic, but not in a good way, because Formula E used to be chaotic in the sense of people crashing, cars would fall apart. It was just an absolute mess, but it was actually fun racing. Like, but yeah, it's they need to find that they have an attack mode. Like, how can it be boring with something called an attack mode?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be excited to start watching that season and just see how it's done, how different things are dealt with, different incidents and that. Because from what I remember watching Formula E a while ago, if someone crashes, you just deal with it.
Yeah.
like it's not always the best mentality, because obviously, like, if someone crashes into you, like, you want justice or something. Well, more like most of the time, if someone crashes, you deal with it. And also, if someone crashes, usually both people involved both people. It's not like my favorite is BMW, Alexander Sims, and Felix da Costa, I think it was, whoever. Basically, they were teammates, and one of them took the other one out. Just straight up. Like, I think his brakes didn't work or something, but like he just went straight into the back of him. And I think they were like leading 1-2 at the time as well. And they just took the other one out on like the second or something lap. And it was just hilarious. But you know, at least then, if one person gets taken out, then so does the other one. It's not the best mentality to have, but it's just more interesting as a viewer, I think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that approach to F1.
No, because F1 can be super dangerous.
Oh, yeah. I mean, so can Formula E, to be fair.
Yeah.
But like, my point is, they need to have an idea of what they want the sport to be, and then they need to be consistent with how they do that. So if they want it to just be, if you crash, tough, then fine, but make it consistent. If you want it to be, if you crash into someone, then you get a big penalty, fine, but make it consistent.
Yeah. Just got a bit more news again from my mum. Mercedes are now discussing whether they want to take this further again.
Your mum should be a news anchor. Yeah.
Which could mean the court, potentially.
Yeah, I mean, what court are they going to take it to? Like, I don't know.
They could take it to either the official FIA courts of the Court of Appeal, which does actually exist, or they could take it to an official legal court, potentially. Don't know which one. But, like, they could potentially take this to the FIA Court of Appeal.
I mean, yeah, why not? Why is Karen Horner trending?
Oh, God. I can't wait for this.
Actually, okay, everyone's just in love with Karen Horner.
Really?
Why is everyone in love with Horner? It's a wait, what?
Shame you're too old to have driven here, really. I am too old to have driven here, but you don't like it. Shame you wasn't fast enough to get to Formula One.
Wait, what? Okay, so everyone's just talking about Karen Horner, and the championship is obviously going to be won in the stewards' room. Michael Massey and Karen Horner are in cahoots. Why? I feel like people are taking it more deep than it needs to be. People are saying that Karen Horner is responsible. Karen Horner has been the race all along.
Yeah. Although, wouldn't that be a twist and a half?
Oh,
I don't like the sound of this.
Someone's put a Karen haircut on Christian Horner, and it's Karen Horner.
Okay, that's what I was hoping to hear.
You know what? It's the best thing about it is where's it gone? Wait, what? No, get me Karen Horner. The best thing about it is that it isn't even a good edit.
No,
like, which just makes it so much better.
Yeah,
the fact
definitely.
that it's absolutely terrible.
The worse the edit, the better it is.
It's basically people just saying that there's something fishy going on, which I mean, you can't really say that because Red Bull have had decisions go against them.
But
so I don't know how. Yeah,
something that was discussed on the Sky F1 channel. Well, we know that Jonathan Bloke from Red Bull was hounding the hell out of Michael Massey about those cars in front of him, and that could have led Michael Massey to say, right, the ones in front of Verstappen, let him go. And it's going to be a mess. Like, I don't even think this has decided the championship. It's going to go on for a while.
If you search Michael Massey's name, The stories that come up are, if you just
on
search the name
Twitter or on the
Google,
internet in general. Oh,
just
okay.
on Google. The stories that come up is Mercedes chief rages at FIA. FIA chief Michael Massey bites back at Toto Wolff. Who is Michael Massey? The man at the center of Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen controversy. Christian Horner was screaming at F1 stewards during safety car drama.
Yeah, he was actually.
The safety car regulations that Michael Massey ignored. You know what? I've never actually heard someone say a positive word about Michael Massey.
No, because there isn't any positive words to say. He's not that good.
Yeah,
we found that out tonight.
I don't know. The only thing that they need to do, the championship is over. Don't mess with the championship result. Like, just let it be. I think Lewis is content with the result. Fine. But the only thing that needs to happen is just like an investigation, and they need to say like, right, we're going to sack Michael Massey or just fix whatever, and then it'll all be fine.
But I think it's just the principle of it now. It's not even the fact of they want to get the championship overturned. They just want the results to be.
They just want to make sure that
it was done properly,
because
and to make sure the result was actually properly according to FIA.
No, even if he bent rules and like, the other lapped cars were meant to go in front first, like even if it's done with, there's no point on like trying to mess with it because it's already done. So the only thing that they need to do is just make sure that the FIA improve. They've been rubbish, and that's like done with now. I don't think there's any point in trying to have the result reversed because it's already happened and everyone's happy with it.
But like,
I mean, not everyone's happy with it, but
no, I think it's just a matter of like, again, the fact that the FIA haven't kind of course corrected now. It's not giving me much hope that they're going to try and change in the future because, you know, why waste one opportunity and take the next?
They'll do a statement, and I'm sure Max Verstappen will probably do like loads of interviews. I mean, he's probably already done loads, but do even more interviews. And like some interviewer will ask him at some point, like, you didn't really win, did you? Like, because it's the FIA like did stuff badly. What do you think of that? And then Max will probably say, well, I do deserve to win, whatever. But then I think even Max will say they need to improve because a lot of their decisions are a bit rubbish. So like, I think just keeping pressure on the FIA, and then like, I don't know, because people will start like boycotting them. Like,
that's one thing that's going to cause some big issues. Like all these people that Netflix have dragged in.
Yeah, I don't think teams will start like pulling out of the sport, but I think a team could say, like, actually boycott them and say, like, we're not going to compete in the race.
Well, a couple of years ago, right? Remember back to earlier this year with the whole Super League thing in the football?
I've just I've just seen a comment saying, the stewards say the race director is allowed to control the use of the safety car, and taking the results from the penultimate lap, as Mercedes requested, is effectively shortening the race retrospectively and hence not appropriate. So Mercedes basically said you should take the order of the race before the safety car was lifted, so when they were in front. And use that result rather than that. And the stewards were like, no.
But they've done that before.
But before they weren't deciding a championship. I think even if they say, like, they could literally say tomorrow, we messed up, it shouldn't have been this way. But they don't want to change the championship. Like, if they just said, we're going to change the championship leader, that's going to cause way more problems. So, what else has been saying?
Right now, let's do like a feature on it because this is going to be dragged out for like a longer period than people might want.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You've got a good point.
Yeah. Right, what shall we do then?
Well, it's already been like almost an hour and a half.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we could do is end it here and then just keep an eye on like everything. And you can make like little updates here and there if needed.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be spamming Twitter till I'm blue in the face.
Yeah.
You have fun with that.
Yeah. Right, guys. In that case, that's it for this incredibly weird and rather unexpected stream. So, as always, if you're on stereo, thank you for watching. If you've popped in and out during the stream, thank you for watching as well. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching all the way through. Because, wow. Hour and a half's a long time. Yeah.
This is a smooth outro.
Yeah, wow. Don't forget to follow me on all my social medias. They'll be on my link tree, of course. Don't forget to follow Roxanne on her blog and subscribe to her YouTube channel, me and Ed. Marcus, do you want anything plug in while you're here?
No, I'm good.
No? Okay. And in that case, I'll say I'll see you all tomorrow with another YouTube video. Probably not F1 because vaccine update, although that might come in a couple of days, however, because, well, let's face it, this is going to go on for a while. And I'll see you all next week with another stream that will not be an absolute disaster because, yikes, this has been crazy. And that'll be it, unless...
Yeah, no facts this time.
Oh, okay then. I'll...
Devastated.
I'm sorry.
That's all good. I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. See you next week with another stream. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.